Okay, welcome to the stream. It is October 13th? No. Yeah, October 13th. Wow, time flies. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. What's up, everyone? How's it going? I think you guys have like a bank holiday or something. Will there be low-hanging fruits? It looks like there's a lot of orders hit down in this region, hitting a bunch of sell side. 200, 200, 300 in this 800 region, creating a small volume node. Wait. It's nice to unwind. I had the event, the Quantum Core, for the last 2 days. It's pretty crazy. Walking around dressed as a robot from the future. My skin's all irritated from wearing it. It's because 1% got most 90% of the gains. It's not. Okay. That's weird. Okay. Maybe that sorted itself out. Where did Tio go? Is he on kill pips today or something? Just hit about 500 in buy side with that push up. Okay. That was... Just tagged about 300 more in buy side. Ah, that's why. What was the roof damage from? A storm? Oh shit. Does insurance cover it? That's good. Oh, nice. So you basically say buy the arrows. Say, buy the arrows. What are you waiting for? Whew. Wow, I'm beat. The last 2 days I had my event, my escape room thing. It's pretty crazy. It went by well though. Other than 5 minutes before the first thing starting, like the projector deciding not to work randomly and causing me to freak out, but then it somehow remedied itself, as technology does, like gives you just like haywire burps for no reason. Hitting a lot of buy side up in here. Looks like it could keep ripping though. You got more to the upside at 24,975. Those resting orders and volume imbalance. But we'll see. Hold up. I just erased the time. There we go. It's really weird wearing a silicone mask for like 6 hours though. It'll like make your skin all irritated.
Soldier! Thumbs up, soldier! Hold it! Ready! Fight! Good!
Spines tingling.
Ready. Fight!
Web ball.
Let's go. KO! Wolverine!
Rookie. Rookie. Sword. Miss.
I am the apocalypse. Ready. Fight! Good. Great. Your life your day is over. Day is just
That took unusually longer than it should have.
ready. Fight!
right, let's get ready for the showtime in 12 minutes. What's up, woke corn dog? How you doing? My face is all messed up from the mask. It's really weird watching the reactions of people when you're in like a Hollywood level costume. They're just like, wait, what? They do like double takes and triple takes and they can't understand what they're seeing. All right, it's time to get serious. Oh, right.
I'm tired, but I'm wide awake. In darkness, I can see your face. When you're with me, there's
China's not picking up the phone. What is that about?
a vision and you're gone again. And I don't know where you've gone. And you never told me what was wrong. And I know life will carry on, but I forget how to be strong when the sun goes down. 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 And I don't know where you've gone. And you never told me what was wrong. And I know life will carry on, but I forget how to be strong when the sun goes down. 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 When the sun goes down.
I see.
When the sun goes down.
Yeah, China is one of those countries I follow quite closely. Word on the street is Xi had a internal coup against him by the military general because he doesn't even like look at Xi when he enters the room and doesn't need to bow or anything. So kind of like Xi's a puppet to the military at this point. Yeah, there's all this footage about seeing the guy not even stand when he would face him, which is unheard of. Like, you disappear for stuff like that over there. So there's there's this guy like insider with David Chang, I think his name is. Hold on, let me find. Yeah, they're pretty weird over there about that stuff. David Chang. No. What was that? Inside. Yeah. China. This guy. Has such offing tests, work culture weekend. It comes from people basically stomaching their own, what do you call it? They put themselves and their needs as in the back seat, as opposed to selfishly saying what they want and what's on their mind. So they just basically hold their thoughts to themselves until it breaks them. It's like embedded in the culture. They have this expression like derukui utareru, which is like the nail that sticks out gets hammered down. So they don't want to be unique and they don't want to stand out. So they just want to blend in. So that means not being selfish and putting your needs first. And then that just leads to a percentile of people that just get devoured by the system and then have nothing left but to just, yeah. They have a phenomenon in schools called like futoko, which are like kids who don't go to class, basically. They're unable to go to class because they're depressed or whatever. And they have a special room for them to just go and go throughout their day residing there, as opposed to going to class because they can't fit in or they don't like the side chatter or the bullying, the psychological kind of bullying or whatever that they feel that they're enduring or whatever. Yeah, I've when I was a teacher at junior high school, I would go to that room to like see why they thought that way. And most of the time it was just like they didn't believe in the way they try to get everyone to act as one, as opposed to like hearing everyone's opinions. Like they don't, it's very homogenous and one-sided. So the people that were there were quite intelligent, often too good to deal in those type of situations. Yeah, I probably would have been that person if I was raised in Japan. Because I couldn't even put my hand over my heart on the Pledge of Allegiance. Like when we had to do that in the 80s during the Cold War, I was like, what is this brainwashing campaign? I'm not taking part in this, as I was like 6 or 8 years old. And the teacher would be like, Daniel, why are you giving us such a hard time? I'm like, I'm not. This is crazy. What are we doing? So I would pretend to utter the, yeah, I would pretend to utter the lyrics to this to the Pledge of Allegiance, but just not do it, and then not like put my hand on my heart, because I was like, this is weird. Like, what am I pledging my allegiance to exactly? To this flag? And the way they say it's so monotone every time, they're like, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, I like America, but yeah, at that time it was a little bit strange. The Cold War. Yeah, it's weird that we went through that whole MacArthur area of like, if you were a communist, you'd get imprisoned and taken out of whatever position you were in. But now people openly just claim to be communist and it's okay. When every example of that has failed miserably. It's like, we'll get it right this time. I mean, capitalism has its problems for sure, but unless you can offer a better solution that has like tried and true examples, like yeah, the McCarthy like in the 50s when they would take all the people and round them up for being communist or whatever. Yeah, MacArthur was the guy who helped rebuild Japan after World War II. The low birth rates in Japan, I don't know what that's about necessarily. I think it's just the cost of living, maybe. They're kind of America's lapdog, so they just do whatever America asks, and that's why they have the largest deficit of all countries. Ah, yes, 30 seconds, 20. Hitting a bunch of buy side here. Looks like we could see some absorption on the open. Just had a 200 lot buy at 824.50. And we're off. This is definitely an inflection point. Too fast. Yeah. We just hit 100 seller at 815 after hitting the 225 buyer, 221 buyer. Still looking for the buyer absorption idea at 824.50 if it goes below that. You just got 150 buyer adding at 820. I like the 2K tick. Here we go. If it goes below this last time. He is kind of pushing higher while NQ unable to make it. Coming below that inflection point, perhaps, at 824.50. Accelerate below 820.50, please. Nice. All right. Easy peasy on that one. That was a clean read. Buyer absorption for the win. Cha-ching! Good, good, good. Yeah, that was like a 300 lot buyer that, you know, you had two pieces of evidence about if it goes below that guide, they're getting absorbed, and they did. Now we just hit about 500 in sell side. You know, always lock in. So I'm locked in for one, the runner going for this for the distance. Yeah. It's either I'm like immediately wrong or immediately right. That's kind of how I operate. Yeah, exactly. And now that's exactly what's happening. Boom. Now hitting another 300 in sell side. 400. It's pretty massive. It's a massive runner. I'm moving this stop aggressively here. If it pops up, I'm out. We just hit another 170 in buy side, hit 750 and 743. Unless they know something I don't. Like, I don't know if they can absorb this guy some more. And the absorption continues. Absorption continues. Now you're getting a seller enter here. 990 seller at 733 or 734. If it comes out above this guy, I'm going to get out because they might absorb, they have some seller exhaustion. And I'm out. They just added another 266 in sell side. That's a fresh short right there. Somebody's trying to see lower lows. They could go test the buy side just off of that sheer amount alone. Where are we on key levels? Let's see. Are we hitting something here? Some September points of control. And the mid for point from Monday. And the previous week mid. Other than that, not really anything. The monthly open was where we rejected off of from London. Okay. And that's basically a wrap. That's too bad. When it rains, it pours. I was seeing that absorption buyers on the open. Hopefully everyone in here got a little bit of that while you were gone. Got another 80 seller that just entered at 752.50. This seller exhaustion could be true. That's why I took my gains. I mean, it could continue, but that's a mighty large amount of sellers. Another 70 lot at 766. Damn. It really wants to get to there then. The arrow. That's proper right there. Yeah, I think so. Like go up a little bit on the seller exhaustion and then test like 790-ish, this volume imbalance on the 1,000 tick, and then maybe hit some buy side and then it'll short. Yeah. Nice. Mm-mm-mm. Bam. Yeah, we got a bunch of sell side with no follow through. This is looking like exhaustion. All those points, and it just bounced off them. Now you're getting some people entering buy side here. 805 and 800. Oh, snap. That was a trap induced of traps. I'd love it if you made those arrows for a toss. It, I thought I have. Oh, then it's those like triangles then. Never mind. Yeah, you just got a 200 lot seller enter and got promptly rejected at 800. What's a slingshot? Slingshot to the upside. That's a slingshot to the upside for 500, Alex. What is a seller? We're basically at the previous week midpoint and the monthly open and the quarterly open. So this is all like quarterly, you know, range stuff. Open that Cracker Jack box. Get the sticker. Don't stop T.O. out of his trade. Is that the guy falling off the ladder? Oh, no, yeah, that's right. The guy with the ladder played it off. He tried to play it off. I was totally not expecting that one where the guy fell down and hit his head. Damn, your long was getting paid. The absorption of those sellers. Seller exhaustion was a thing down here. Is it? Let's see. It also happens to be the monthly open and the quarterly open. I guess that's music theory's fun. That's cool. This channel is for you to if you're interested in getting little quick tips on how to arrange stuff in like a DAW. Boom. Boom, 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 boop. Nice. Have a good one. Yeah, I just took that short in the beginning, and I've just been seeing the reads as it came thereafter. This was a good one down here with the seller absorption. I was like, you're getting a lot of sellers with no follow through. And that's when I took the profit on the runner when it came up. And yeah, sure enough, the absorption became the reality. I didn't get in on that, but it's just about noticing things like that where a bunch of sellers enter but no follow through. You get sideways price action. That is the definition of absorption in the case of it going down immediately before exhaustion. And so you just keep getting these new candidates for sellers those new candidates like this 200 lot that I said at 800, that was a slingshot, and then that slingshotted up. And now you just got another 138 candidate, and they slingshotted them as well. And that is order flow. Order flow. It's fun to watch. It's just like you can see the inducement, and that's what inducement is. They induce a certain perspective and then they go the other way, and that's what the slingshot is. And this FU like drop was kind of odd. I didn't know what was going on there, but it basically like shot down, and then you had those 200 lot sellers at 800, and then it absorbed them. Boom, 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 boom. We just came above the monthly open at 843.75. So, yeah, we could go test the Monday highs at this point. We broke out of this idiot box. The idiot box has been broken. And we close the hourly in 20 seconds. I'll be with you 15 minutes after that. I gotta do some sit-ups and push-ups and go to bed. I'm beat. I had 2 long days of setting up and breaking down all of that crazy equipment for my event, so I'm tired. It was nice to see everyone enjoy it. My son couldn't stop talking about it. He doesn't know I'm the archiver guy. He's like, where were you? Yeah, thanks. We just hit more buy side. It just keeps going on a tear, turning all those sellers we watched get induced, go get absorbed, like get turned into buy side. And you just get another 100 lot, 150, 50, 50, 50. Like 300 sellers just got hit with that slight jitter down here. So those just become fuel to continue to go up. And then those, that's, you know, and you're like, it has to pull back at some point, not if more people just enter their short position and then they can just use them as fuel to go up. It's establishing the first wick of the hourly, the open high low close of the next hour needs to create a wick of some sort. Beep, 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 beep. So watch if it comes back on this circled lot at 899.25. If it comes up on that, then you could see the second slingshot. If you're not in on anything, then you can use that as an idea. Pulled back on 236 and another now 240. We're coming back to the value area high and the comma on the 10-minute. We just came back to retest the range we broke out from. And this could be your slingshot confirmation if we break the 900s. Whew. Yeah, I should feedback on my event would have been not to do it 2 days in a row, not without like a help breaking down and setting up. My daughter helped me break down and set up, but she doesn't know where everything goes, and like, yeah, it's not, I can't ask her to lift heavy stuff, but I had to fill up these like cylindrical acrylic water tubes for the core, and it was just so heavy. So it was, and then going up to the 3rd floor of this building and then filling up one and then bringing it down in an elevator and then placing that down, and everyone's looking at you like, what the hell are you carrying? Some janitor ladies were like thinking I was gonna like make a bomb or something. I'm sure they thought I was crazy. And in some sense I am. But I think everyone's kind of crazy, so it doesn't really matter what you think. there's levels to everything, I guess. There's like controlled chaos and then there's utter chaos, but we all have our own chaos to answer to. I just love the idea of cosmic horror and like other dimensions and entities we can't perceive or are too far outside our scope of an individual to perceive. Okay, we came above the 900s. The Delta slingshot to the upside theory is coming true. We did hit some buyers at 900, turning those sellers into buyers, perhaps. 910, another 62 lot. You're getting people adding to a buy at 900. You did hit this volume imbalance from the way down. We'll just see how this 15-minute candle closes and bid you guys adieu. Hopefully you guys got some good trades. We do have some resting orders up at the 950, so it looks like we may go up there, but that's quite a ways away actually. That might be a sell wall. What's ES doing? You see the entering buyers on Bookmap, not the footprint. No, the footprint is the executioner of like orders. So I need a toss to see that. And Bookmap has the resting orders or spoofers, if you will. Spoofers are people that just appear out of nowhere and then disappear out of nowhere. Like you're like, wait, what? 900 contracts? Wait, where'd you go? And then they're just gone. But the resting orders are the orders that you can see this line going off to the left, like 63 contracts up at the 940s, 45 region that's been there for a while. So if it goes up to 945, it will stop out somebody for 64 contracts. And then you look for those like resting orders. On ES, you have a 331 at like 6710, and that's been there basically since open. And so these characters become like zones of interest, points of interest. And then if it lines up with the high or a low or something like that, it gives you like a theory, a piece of evidence to line up with your other evidence. And then if you see a lot more resting orders up above than down below, then you would assume that they go clear that before they did drop. And that's where I have this little guy here. I have this little whale on my screen that's like showing you where the person looking to exit their long would do it. They would do it off of the backs of a forced buyer. So the shorts that get trapped have to forcibly buy at 67.10 on ES, and then they'll be like, thank you, and they passively, with their whale order, exit on that liquidity. There's always a buyer and a seller, but the aggressive buyer and the aggressive seller tell you who's in a rush or has to close because they're liquidated. And that's why I like this little icon here. So yeah, they use that. The passive player is the one that tips the hand. And so now you have another 100 lot seller at 902, and that offsets these buyers at 899 that they played around with, so they can just keep absorbing them. If it goes away from 902 and accelerates away, then they hook, lined, and sinkered some guy there. And based off of the direction of price action when that lot enters, you know it's a short. Like a person getting stopped out will get stopped out as it goes down. It will turn into sell side. If you're selling into a buy candle, then that's a short. So somebody shorted for 117 at 902. And so you get used, as after you watch like footprint charts for like over a year or whatever, you'll like start seeing like, oh, with definitive proof that that's a seller, like that's a short. That's not somebody taking profit on a long. It's like somebody expecting it to go down. And then the theory of it, like, well, let's say somebody did take profit on their long aggressively and they sold at 902.50 for 100 contracts. Like, either way, they don't have to pay them anymore, so then that causes price to drift up. And so it's like sellers cause the price to drift up and buyers cause the price to go down. It's like, it's really counterintuitive. It's like the people that bet on like a tug of war. It's like whoever's on the most on one side loses. Like you pull the rope of price action towards the most amount of people. And then buyers always buy tops and sellers always sell bottoms. And it's just, that's the way the market dynamics work. No, my volume. Thanks for pointing it out. Yeah. For the algo, you know, BlackRock has its Aladdin software that it leases out to all these companies. So I would imagine their Aladdin software is what makes their wishes come true. I mean, they didn't name it Aladdin for nothing. I mean, it's straight up, they're trying to say they have the genie in the bottle. It's kind of one of these things that I made with my indicator. Like I have this like 7 time frame formula that can if you have swing trades, it can predict that well. Anyway, just while I'm talking, there's a 879 spoofer that just entered the party above price action here at 912, no, 909.50, 880. So as we started to jitter downward, they entered above. So they want to use that to suppress the price action down. Because they put it above, if there's no real buyer commitment, it won't go to fulfill that order that they put up there as 880, saying they're basically calling the bluff of the bulls. And there's another 712 that just entered. And so at you have this 1,500 lot, you know, above price action trying to say, what do you got, bulls? You come in to fill this or what? If not, there's going to be a sell-off. And then normally the spoofers do that when they want to suppress the price in the direction opposite of where they put their order. And ES does not have a spoofer, so it's just a spoofer on NQ. And spoofing, by its definition, is just they don't intend to fulfill that order. They're just doing it as a carrot on a stick to make price action do something. In this case, go the opposite way. And then you'll notice if it goes up that they remove that order because they never intended to fulfill it. So at this point, it looks like they are stepping it back up into control, the sellers, that is. And the 15-minute closed. Yeah. What was the previous swing high we wicked off of? This one from October 1st. So there was an October 1st previous swing high that we literally wicked to the pixel at 9:14, and then, oh, the spoofer just left. Both of them just left. They precipitated to run away. They precipitated. All right, guys, I got to get some rest, so I will catch you tomorrow. Hopefully there's another clean read like that open move with the absorption, and we'll catch you tomorrow. Stay frugal, stay blessed, stay positive, and we'll see